Hey everybody, happy Monday, Thanksgiving break, and I'm so motivated. I wanted to do a live. I'm probably going to do a lot of content today because I'm feeling very excited about my new program, Copy Hooker. I am just so passionate about these causes that I'm going to talk about, and the first one is to stop silencing yourself and your business. We have to change the way we do copy in our business. We have to change it because we're not speaking up. We're not learning the techniques that it takes to stand out and get attention. Which is why I'm so excited about Copy Hooker, because it's just like one of those things that is a complete pun. It's a complete theme, but it has so many relatable qualities to creating content and standing out and how you sell yourself for money. So I'm having a blast creating the content. And it wasn't always the case. I wasn't always able to do that. I had to rely on the formulas and all the experts and the copywriting people that I followed for years. And without that experience, I wouldn't be where I am today and being able to generate the kind of copy. But to take it and to a different level of having so much fun with it is so much better and so much easier. And it's what I want for you. So the first thing that I need you to know is that it's not as hard as it seems. It's not as hard as you're making it. But there is a way to do it that captures the attention. There's a way that keeps your audience interested, that doesn't come across as self-serving. It comes across as helping others. So let me try to, I don't even know where to begin. Okay. So you have to entertain them. You have to entertain your audience at the same time delivering content and value in the form of your content. But you have to entertain them, and you have to know what is going to entertain them. And so in order to know that, you have to know who you're talking to. And everybody always says this. It's always about your audience, right? It's always about who's your audience? But I feel the advice out there is so vague. It's just so blah. Nobody really explains what does that mean? And it doesn't mean demographics. It doesn't mean 35-year-old, blah, blah, blah. But it goes deeper than that. But I'll give you a shortcut, because typically the clients that I talk to all kind of come around to the same realization. We typically want to help people who are just like us, but maybe further along behind us on our journey, right? They're not where we are right now, but they want to be. And so all we have to do is source our own personality and turn around and think about where we were and how we were feeling back then, right? So that's the first thing. Once you do that, you can pretty much copy your own personality type. Then you kind of already know who you're talking to. You're talking to yourself. So what would you need to hear? What would you need to see? What examples would you need to see to follow somebody who you believe knows what they're talking about and leading you and helping you get to where you want to go? And that's the first thing. So you got to talk to people the way that you would talk to yourself if you were trying to serve somebody who is like you, okay? But here's the problem. This is what we do, or don't do rather. I mean, I am the first one to raise my hand. This is what's so exciting about how I feel about this now. So, okay, so we don't stay consistent with our message. We don't stay consistent. We pop in, we get a little bit of excitement, and we post maybe once, twice, maybe even for a week. And then we disappear. We just completely disappear. And we wait months and wonder why we're not making money. We wonder why things aren't happening. And it's because we're not being consistent. We are not staying consistent in our message because we are afraid of what people are thinking. We're afraid that they're judging us. We're afraid that we're the only one who feels this way and that we're standing alone. And I have to tell you that in order to be really, really good and compelling at creating copy, content for your audience, you have to develop some sort of an attitude of, I don't care. I'm going to stand up for me, even if nobody else is watching or listening. I'm going to keep going. Because I promise you they are. There's a ton of lurkers out there, and you're lurking right now. And I'm the same way. But they are listening. They need you just to keep showing up for them. So number one, you got to stay consistent. You got to get your voice out there. You have to speak up consistently. The next thing I want you to know, get around other badass bosses who are like you, who have the same fears, but together are overcoming them. That's the secret. I wasted so many years on this. Oh my gosh. I wasted so many years believing that hardcore, tough, strong means I do it myself. I have to do it myself in order to gain the right to earn it. It's crap. It's so much crap. Because we are naturally people who fellowship. We are people who need other people to fellowship. So when we get in the zone of fellowshipping with other people, we get around other like-minded people who have the same goals, similar goals, and we are supported by each other, it exponentially just quadruples our results because we're motivated. For me, I need an accountability partner or coach. I need to know that somebody's waiting on me to show up. That's my personality type. And for so many years, I felt really bad, about myself. Oh, why don't you have the self-discipline to be able to do it yourself even when nobody's watching? My personality is rising to the occasion when I know that other people need me. When I know that I'm being watched. It's like a extrovert knob that I just turn on, right? And I'm introverted most of the time, but when I know other people need me and rely on me to show up and provide, that's when I show up. So understand that even if your audience is out there lurking and they're not telling you that they like your stuff, they do. They're out there. They keep showing up. You have to have the faith to believe that they're still there, even when nobody's showing visibly, raising their hand saying, I love your stuff, okay? So get around a group, whether that's group coaching, hiring a coach, having friends who are also business owners like yourself. Get around, meet regularly, show up, lean on each other for that foundation and support so that you can continuously show up. And then say what you mean. Don't dilute it. Don't temper it. Don't shrink from it. Say what you mean to say. People don't follow mediocre, boring people. They follow leaders. So be one. So be one. You cannot sit here and wonder why you're not making money in your business if you're not a shouting voice for other people to follow and lead. You can't. It doesn't work that way. They can get mediocre next door. They're looking to be inspired. They're looking for someone to lead. So be that leader. And by being that leader online and marketing online, it means raising your voice up. It means showing up. It means constantly publishing that content unapologetically. And I will tell you something else. If you haven't heard it before, it is absolutely true if you have. You need to be polarizing. You need to put the line in the damn sand that says, this is where I stand on things. You can agree or disagree, but it isn't changing me. It's not changing my opinion. Not changing me. The faster you can do that, the more hardcore, the deeper that line you can dig, the faster you will get people who love and adore you and repel the people who have nothing to do with you. And by the way, you want to repel people just as fast as you want to attract the other people. Because if you don't, you're going to get a whole bunch of everybody and nobody's listening. You need people to love you or hate you, pretty much, in business. Love you or hate you. And it's none of your business either way. You're doing your thing. You're showing up for the people that you can help, because you nor I can help everybody. We can only help who we can help. And those people we can help are the people who adore and love the message that we have, because they relate, they identify, they are our people. So there needs to be a lot more sassy ass, fired up, unapologetic. I'm standing in my own. You can go left, you can go right, but I'm going forward and moving strong. And it's kind of like a so what attitude. Own it. And nobody else can take it away from you. So that's kind of what I have for now. I'll probably be on again because I'm super fired up. I'm super fired up about Copy Hooker, and I am giving a free video tutorial away. It is in my, oh, I'll link in the comments. I think I can do that. But it's a free video tutorial. I literally break down an outline of how you can create copy, and I give you the example that I created. And so you can watch that. And then if you're interested in working on your content, I have a live workshop that we meet together on Zoom. I get my eyeballs on your copy. We go through it all the way down to the bottom, and we get it polished up before you turn it out on the streets. So if you're interested in that, I'll leave the link to the free tutorial, and it will tell you what to do from there. So have a badass day.